Ladies and gentlemen, folks, my next guest was the 2018 Democratic nominee for governor of Georgia, where she won more votes than any Democrat in that state's history. She is also author of the new book, Lead from the Outside. Please welcome Stacey Abrams. Thanks so much for being here.
Thank you for having me.
You've had a very exciting last half hour. I understand that sitting back there, you learned something about your book, Lead from the Outside, available in paperback now.
I did indeed.
What'd you find out?
That I am #3 on the New York Times best-selling nonfiction paperback list.
Right here, you found out backstage.
I found out backstage. I stopped listening after #3, then they gave me all the caveats, but I'm like, I called my mom, I'm like, I'm #3. My dad
fantastic.
said, well, my dad thought that, he was like, so you beat Michelle Obama? I'm like, no, Daddy, #3 on the New York Times best-selling list for paperback books written on a Thursday, you know. But still.
Just tell your dad you beat Michelle Obama.
No.
He just wants to. Now, so you had a historic run for the Georgia governor, as I said before. You notably did not concede.
I did not.
Okay, you acknowledged that he won, but you did not concede.
Correct.
Okay, so you actually filed a lawsuit in Georgia over voter suppression.
Correct.
5 months later, do you still feel like your opponent won through voter suppression?
Yes.
Okay. What now?
That's not a good thing, but yes.
No, it's not a good thing, but so now what? What now for Georgia?
So the lawsuit I filed will not make me governor of Georgia, no matter how successful we are.
Okay.
The election is over. He is the governor. I am not. I don't live in the mansion, so I know it's true.
Okay.
But
one of the hints. One of the hints,
exactly.
yes.
But one of the reasons for the lawsuit is that it's not about whether I won or lost. It is the fact that Georgia voters did not have their votes counted. They were not allowed to cast votes. They had their votes discarded.
What were some of those egregious, just remind us of some most egregious versions
So
of
his
that.
greatest hits, 1.5 million voters purged, 214 precincts closed under his leadership.
Because your opponent was the Secretary of State at the time who
Yes.
controlled the election process.
So he was the referee, he was the contestant, he was also the scorekeeper. Yes. Yeah, I agree. So there was registration issues. He held 53,000 registration applicants hostage, claiming that they did not have an exact match, which 90% of whom were people of color, 70% were African Americans. And a federal judge had told him a year before that that was racially discriminatory and not to do it. He led...
But then how can you do it if a judge says
He got the state legislature, which is controlled by Republicans, to pass a state version of the law.
Oh, okay. So it's illegal everywhere, but you can do it in Georgia.
So the federal judge said, don't do this. He said, okay, we won't. And then he came to the legislature the following year and said, I was told not to do this. Can you make it so that I can do this?
You know, we often have politicians on the show, and the politician at that moment in time or in that office or during that political cycle, they represent an idea, a drive, an ambition, a particular constituency, some idea for America. What do you represent right now?
So there are two things we're working on. One is called Fair Fight Action, which is the organization that is pursuing the lawsuit, but also legislation and advocacy, because I believe that our democracy is under attack and we have to stop voter suppression. It is real, it is pervasive, and it will destroy America if we don't stop it. And then we just launched last week Fair Count, which is a 501c3 organization designed to ensure that in 2020, hard-to-count populations are included in the census. In Georgia, we know that up to 20% or possibly more were not counted in 2010. And we know that that cost us millions of dollars. And I want to make certain that low-income communities, rural communities, children, people of color, immigrants are all counted in the census.
Well, in the book, you have an Excel spreadsheet of life goals, you say. Okay.
I do.
Is president still on that spreadsheet for you?
It is.
Okay. So, it seems like at times that every Democrat is announcing that they're going to run for president, or about to announce, or thinking about announcing that they're running for president, would you like to announce that you're not running for president? Is there any news you'd like to make this evening?
There is absolutely no news I would like to make this evening.
Really? That in and of itself is news, because you're not willing to declare that you're not running right now.
I am not willing to declare anything tonight.
I am willing to declare that I am forming an exploratory committee to consider not running.
Well, now, are you going to file with the FCC so we can contribute to your exploration of nothing?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. To active, as long as I get to spend the money not running for president, you bet I will.
There you go.
Now, you're also a retired romance novelist.
I am.
Okay. Heavy on the retired.
I'm on prolonged hiatus.
Prolonged hiatus. You didn't write under your own name. You had a nom de plume.
I did.
Which is?
Selena Montgomery.
Selena Montgomery.
Yes.
And why that name?
Because my own name was really boring for romance. Well, here's why. At the same time I wrote my first romance novel, I also wrote my master's thesis on the operational dissonance of the unrelated business income tax exemption.
That is sexy.
Yes.
That is sexy right
That's
there.
how that's what my editors thought. And so we decided, and this was at the advent of Google. So if you Googled my name, you would have pulled up that and an article I'd written when I was in high school on Mesopotamian astronomy. So it would have been like reading romance by Alan Greenspan or Alan Lightman, neither of which was really exciting. So I came up with the pseudonym Selena Montgomery.
Well, I've got a little excerpt here.
Oh, dear God.
And and these had to be cleared with
Seriously?
standards and practices at CBS. And there's some of this they said, I can't read. So, I mean, if you're going to write a romance novel, make it a bodice ripper.
They
You
were
ready for this?
They were evocative.
They were evocative. Any one of these, do you want me to read?
God, I
Can you
don't
pick
want
one
you
of
to
these?
read any of these.
I
want people
I
want people to read them in the quiet of their home.
I think everybody at home get comfortable.
Can I leave? Can I leave now?
Reckless by Selena Montgomery. Do you want to read it instead of
No, I don't.
2009. Softly, inexorably, he tested the contours of her lips, the damp heat urging him inside. Reaching for patience, Luke sank down into the chair she'd abandoned and settled her across his lap. Her eyes fluttered open. Her fingers clutched at his shoulders. When she tugged him closer, patience fled.
It was a really good kiss.
Is there any of that in here? Because that would really, I can understand why it'd be a bestseller.
If people think, you might want to check out one of the pages to see if it's in there. So.
Mm-hmm. Sexy stuff. Well, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me. This is amazing.
Lead from the Outside is available now. Stacey Abrams, everybody. We'll be right back with a performance by Kevin Garrett.